We'll duplicate the player artboard for the expanded view. And I'll select this rectangle right here. Go ahead and decrease the size to 68. I'll drag this up top. I'll put in a background here. Set the width to 388. Center that up. Get into position. Drop it below. And we'll change the fill color to white and drop the opacity down to 10. I'll call this BG. Let's make sure this is positioned. 4 on the top, 8 on the side. Next, I will set the height to 120. And now we'll add in the icons here. So we'll start with the share. The width of 15. Height of 14. Get rid of the fill. Add in a border. Set the position to inside. And we want to remove about 7 pixels here from the middle top. So I'll go ahead and select this again. Put in a point here. Get that rounded out. Another point there. Okay. Now I can get rid of this placeholder. Select scissors and remove this edge. I will also grab this arrow. Place it up here. Set the width and height to 5. Okay. Remove the fraction. Move it down. Add in the line here. So 1 by 12. Set the color to white. I'll grab all of these shapes here. Group it together. Call it share. Group that together. Call that actions. Okay. Next, we need a plus icon. So it's going to be 1 by 18. Fill color of white. Select it, duplicate it, rotate it 90 degrees. Select both shapes, combine it together. We'll rename that plus. And we need a bookmark. So that's going to be 14 by 20. Get rid of the fill here. Add in a border. Set it to white. And we need a new point here at the bottom. Move it up by 6. Okay. And I'll just rename this to bookmark. And last, we need a way to get into options. So 4 by 4, don't need the fill. Have a border be white. We'll add in 2 more dots here. Nudge it over by 6. Combine the shapes. Rename that to more. And I'll get all these into position now. Should be about 24 from the side. Same over here, 24. I'll select all of these, make sure they're center aligned, and we'll distribute them unevenly. Okay. Make sure it's positioned, 16 from the top, 16 from the bottom. I'll go ahead and select all these layers and groups here. Group that together. Call it top heading. And let's see, get rid of the controls. Don't need that down there. We'll also get rid of these. And we'll get rid of the radius here. And we'll set the time bar's position all the way to the left and have the width be the full size. Next, I will position this so it's 16 from the action bar below. Okay. And now we need a new section here. Okay. Get that into position. Change the fill color to white and drop the opacity to 20. Let's make sure it's about 20 pixels here from the time bar. I'll rename this to BG. Group it together. Call that main content. And I'll group both these together. Call it expanded. So first we'll need a avatar here for the artist. Be a oval of 56 by 56. 20 from the top here, 12 from the side. I'll rename this to artist avatar. Add some text, artist title. Bump that up to 16, line height of 24. Get that centered up here. And about 12 pixels away, or 16 pixels away from the avatar. And I'll just grab this arrow up here, paste it down below, drag it into position, and we'll rotate it properly. Make it 45 degrees, and we'll up the width and height to 12. And I'll make sure that the thickness is at 2. And it's positioned properly and centered up. Okay, last we need a line here to divide it. So 364 by 1. Change the color to white and the opacity down to 20. I'll rename this to border and get it positioned. And we'll group all this together up here. So artist link. Next we'll have about the artist. So get that into position. And 20 below. Also increase the font size and the line height. Okay, let's reposition that. And we'll duplicate this down. Change the font here to regular, size 14, line height of 22. I've got some filler text here off screen. I'll paste in. And we'll set this width here to 364 to match up, so it's 12 and 12 on the sides, and position that 8 below the artist. And I'll duplicate this down and say show more. Set the alignment to auto, and I'll paste in a new color here for the link. Okay, now I'll just duplicate this down by 20. This will be similar artists. Okay, I'll go ahead and group this together. Call it artist or about. I'll just group this one for now, similar. Okay. Now we'll need some album artwork, 40 by 40. Positioned 8 below here. I'll just rename this to album artwork and group it, call that artist. Okay, get some text. It's artist title. Bring that down to 14, line height of 20. Get that centered up and it nudged over 12 pixels here from the album artwork. We'll select the artist, duplicate it down by 3. Do that one more time by 3. And we'll select the background here, mask it off, and that'll do it. That's the expanded player.